Cheers. Anyways, Happy New Year, guys. It's a new year. We're
Woo.
the year of our Lord 2025.
I was
Um,
like, the Lord. I thought you were about to say like the year of the snake. So I was like, when was the snake our Lord?
no. I,
Uh,
I was trying to go like old school, like how they used to say it. But can you believe we're in 2025?
no.
Me either.
Like, literally at work. Oh, there's a squirrel. I'm sorry. I just.
Okay, Doug the dog.
I
What the?
literally I got distracted by a squirrel. So my cats are obsessed with like breaking blinds because they're awful. And now they have broken the blinds in my room, and so I ordered curtains and like a tension rod from Amazon because I fear someone is going to come up to my window and see me sleeping. So, because I watch a lot of true crime and I'm paranoid like that. So, I got curtains. I need to put those up. They just got here. That is also say I saw a squirrel from this part of my window that is now uncovered because of the Nekoma babies.
That's true. They're pretty awful like that. But I mean, 2025. But what's the last thing? Last thing was MomoCon. No, wrong convention. Anime Weekend 2024, December. That's the last
Mm-hmm.
thing we uploaded for the year. And now we're here. It's I don't know when this will be uploaded, but it's January 14th.
Correction. I uploaded a video this year
Oh yeah,
already.
your manga bookshelves things.
I'm still selling them.
Yes.
If anyone would like to buy these are my Komi can't communicate volumes. I have nowhere else to put them. The rest of them are in a box over there. I need someone to buy Komi can't communicate because every time I look at it, I'm like, I should keep it. This thing's gonna be like 50 something volumes. Like I don't have room for it. So someone please purchase them.
Right. Um but we're into the new year with this video. I will say the beginning of this new year was really rough. I was
Was
like,
it?
yeah,
Oh,
I
for
was
you, yes, for
literally
you. Yeah, you
sick
were
the
super
whole
sick.
time. I was like, you know, when you, okay, might have been crazy that I slept with a fan on in January, but you know, we're in Georgia. So sometimes, you know, it's like 50 degrees outside still, and I'm like, oh, that's so hot. Put a fan
Girl,
on.
like you're saying it's crazy. I sleep with the fan on every single night. It could literally be 2 degrees outside and I'm sleeping with the fan on.
Some people are like, what the hell? I'm like, don't worry about it. But I slept with a fan on. And then the next morning, like, I was getting ready to leave for like vacation. Like, I was going to the beach. And my throat was hurting. And I was like, oh, weird. Maybe that's just because I slept with a fan on. And then we were heading to the beach. And then I was like, my throat still kind of hurts. I was like, it like hurts to eat food right now. That's crazy. And then we were at like a Tanger outlets and I was like walking around and I was like, my body was hurting. It felt like when I had COVID. I'm pretty sure I didn't have COVID. Like I just had a cold, but I was like, I need medicine right now.
Yep,
And that sickness is still kind of lingering.
that's
TMI.
crazy.
I'm like, in the morning, I'm like, hacking up a lung. But it's
That's
just like literally
crazy.
only at night in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
So, what? It's been like 12 days? No.
14.
No. I've been sick for like 11 days.
Um, I'm sorry.
But we had snow.
I had I had a great start to the new year.
I was like, well, we got snow. We got snow down
Well,
here.
oh my god, I'm sorry. I whenever I see a cat come, I'm like,
Better not
especially
show your
Kenma.
parts. Booty all on
Kenma,
camera.
say hi.
He's like, no.
They've already messed up the chair, which I knew was gonna happen, but that's okay. Um, Stop showing everyone your booty hole. Why? Anyway, no, Kenma loves to like come up when I'm doing work and sit on my keyboard.
It's pretty cat behavior.
None of the other cats do it. A lot of the cats come and like sit with me when I'm doing work, but Kenma specifically wants to sit on the keyboard. And I'm like, I almost freaked out because I thought on Sunday that he put backspace on like a huge thing I had just written and I couldn't get him off, and then it like exited out and I was freaking out. This one's Kuro. I was like, if this cat just lost all of this work I've been doing, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. But fortunately, it was not lost.
That's good.
Also, it's not the cat's fault. Obviously, I mean, it is their fault, but like they can't help it. They're cats. But I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself if that is the case.
Right. They're crazy.
They are crazy.
But you know, with only being 14 days in to the new year, I feel like it's been more than like a month. With just like all the events happening in the U.S., I'm like, we're on fire. There's snow. Like TikTok's being banned.
Wasn't bad here though.
Huh?
The snowstorm was not bad here though.
No, not like bad, but it was still like a lot. And it had been like 8 years since it snowed last time.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And I built really a snowman. Nice.
I had a great snow day.
I had a great snow day too.
I watched like 6 hours of Markiplier play Security Breach with my roommate.
I still have snow at my house.
I still have snow too. It's just like the parts where the sun doesn't hit, because it's still super cold outside. Well, it's not, okay. It is cold outside, but compared to last week, because we were like, it was like 18 degrees all day, like throughout the whole day.
And then my power's like, going out, which means my feet's off.
Was so surprised that I did not lose power.
I heard the transformer. I was laying in my bed because I was cold anyways. And you just hear a boom. And I was like, dang it. I was like, again. Here we go again. And so it went out. And then my dad's like, we're going to be fine. Because he's like looking up the like the power outages in our neighborhood. He's like, it's only us 38. And then like maybe 10 minutes later, it's like 2,000 people have no power. And I was just like, yeah. Because he's like, oh, it's going to be fixed. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, well, now I'm eating my dinner in the candlelight. So my house is 60 degrees. Well, yeah, it was 60
candlelight
degrees.
Dinner.
I was like, wow, going back olden days.
I'm sorry, this is a random thought, but I'm just thinking, people say, maybe people don't like continue and stay on your podcast because you guys talk forever at the beginning. And, you know, I'm starting to think they might have more.
We're just happy about the new year, guys. Are you upset that we're just talking to our friends, you guys? Like, come on, we're yapping. But yeah, and in conclusion, our government sucks.
Crazy. Well, it's crazy too because inauguration hasn't even happened yet.
It will be, and that's
also
important.
The fact that inauguration is on MLK Day.
But yeah, Inauguration Day is happening. Didn't even think about MLK Day.
Dude, yeah. Honestly, though, it's like, oh my god. I can't believe. It's messed up.
But why are we talking about Inauguration Day, Emily?
So I had this idea because if you keep up with U.S. politics, I was going to say I don't suggest it because it's bad for your mental health, but it is important to know what's going on
in the world.
You. It does affect you. Unfortunately, that is also my line. Not unfortunately. That sounds so bad. Because it is my line of work, I do have to kind of actively stay somewhat in tune because different policies and stuff like that. But I try to ignore like headlines because like I just for my own mental sanity, like I cannot do it. I can't. So
Yeah, like keeping up with American news sometimes is kind of like doom scrolling, and it's just
it will send you.
you
I
go
have been
spiral.
sent into like depressive episodes because of it. Like it's not good. But it is important to keep up with your state news too if you live in the states and your local news. That's also very important. So he, you know, when he won the election, he was starting to announce his cabinet picks. For those who are not familiar with how the U.S. government works, we have the executive branch. In the executive branch, we have the president, vice president, and then the people under them in terms of the line of succession are, well, you have the Speaker of the House and like whatever, but our cabinet, like the heads of the departments, the president's cabinet members. So these cabinet members lead their departments for the tenure of however long they stay, however long the president keeps them, different things like that, right? And so typically, you know, we have like the State Department, which deals with international, like foreign policy, Secretary of Defense, Attorney General, law, you know, in the US, Secretary of Health and Human Services, Homeland Security, Education. Anyway, all these departments, very important. So you would think like, oh, we're going to have people who are very experienced within these fields lead these departments. Well, some
Wrong.
of these picks. Oh my god! Like
One of them was a former like WWE person, right?
I stopped paying attention.
Well, I think he was having his Secretary of Defense. I think that's what the court hearing stuff like were today for like cabinet picking. They were going in on him. I was like, ooh.
Well, yeah, because like a lot of his cabinet picks, even his party is like, I don't know if these people are gonna get confirmed because they're so outrageous. One of them, for example, he withdrew his nomination, but the Attorney General nominee was. I'm sorry, guys. Just
not a good pick.
I promise you, this has to do with anime. We're getting to that point.
We're getting there. Mind you, this is not just an anime podcast. This is a whole nerding. Right now, we're doing poli-sci nerd out, okay?
Literally. And so, like, we're getting to anime, but I want to give you the background if you are not aware of how the U.S. government works, U.S. politics, all of that, because I know we have international listeners. So you might be confused on what this episode is about if I don't give you the background. Right. Anyway, Matt Gaetz is now a former congressman from Florida, and let's just say
Florida man.
Truly Florida man. But also, let's just say that there were some allegations, or are some allegations against him, pretty serious allegations, to the point where Congress was actually like investigating him. And yeah, he was the nominee for Attorney General. When I say like investigation, I mean just a quick little trigger warning. It had to do with like sexual relations with a minor. So do you really want someone who's breaking... Again, we don't have all of everything, so I don't want to say like definitively, but like...
Hypothetically.
breaking a law against a child to run the whole freaking Department of Justice that's supposed to help us, like, keep our children, our people, our individuals safe? Do you really want this man running it? I would say that most sane and rational people would say no.
However, we have a convicted felon as president. Or will be
president. We have multiple convictions. I
don't know.
With that being said, the picks were so outrageous and I was getting so mad. And then I was like, because it's not only just like, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I will go on for
Yeah.
hours about this.
Anyways, you
But
saw something on TikTok.
I saw something on TikTok of someone making their own presidential cabinet as if they were like within Trump's mentality, but with just like fictional characters. So I thought it would be funny and a way to make myself laugh in the time of crises
Which we're still
Um,
in.
to make a list, build our own cabinets. And Emily didn't understand the assignment. So my list is like outrageous. Like the people I have picked are crazy, like crazy work. Emily like took it very seriously.
I was like, I'm gonna pick someone, and they're gonna do good.
So you'll see the dynamic once like we get into our list. But basically, we are going to be assigning different anime characters into our presidential campaigns. I want to emphasize with mine because my list is crazy. This is all satire. Okay.
Yeah, like obviously none of these people are real. They're anime characters, and this is like a majority of the cabinets that there are, but it's not all of them. But the
Yeah,
ones
it's
that
not
you
all
would
of them.
definitely like know or like have heard of. So
Yeah. And I say satire because some of the things I'm gonna say are not gonna sound like me, and they're kind of crazy. Just know this is not. This is me putting myself as if I was this
she's
person.
putting on the Trump wig. Okay?
Hot.
She's putting on foundation that's 5 shades darker than what she is. Spray tan.
God, we gotta be careful.
Just bear with us. But it's kind of funnier this way that I didn't understand the assignment, because now we'll see totally different spectrums.
Yeah.
Of whatnot. But do you want to do bad good or good bad first? Like, how do we?
I think we should do good bad.
Okay.
What do you think?
I agree, because then it's gonna
Okay,
be like boom, like with your.
Oh, I forgot a lot of these too.
Me too.
So like, I'm looking at this now and I'm like, that's crazy behavior.
That's crazy. Yeah. And maybe with some of mine you'd be like, what? Really? I don't know. Just bear with it. I thought hard. Okay. It took me a day. But starting off with the first cabinet, we have Secretary of State.
Vice President. Or are we doing Vice President?
Oh, wait. Remember, because I didn't write down Vice President. Who would I want? Vice President. I think I said Jinbei last time.
I think you did say Jinbei. We had to re-record this episode because we had technical difficulties. If that's why you're hearing us say last time, it's because this is the second time.
Something happened and it pissed me off, but we're back here. Okay, we're good. I fixed the fucking problem. Okay. But yeah, I think I picked Jinbei, and I think my reasoning for picking Jinbei as my vice president is just based off of how he was there for Luffy during Marineford and Impel Down, and obviously here Fishman Island, post all those arcs. He's just that guy. Like, he's rock solid, and he will like tell you if you're doing something wrong, and he's not afraid to say it too. So I think that's why I picked Jinbei.
Yeah, like for sure when he in after Marineford, what's that arc called? Amazon Lily. When they're in the Amazon Lily and he wakes up and just has his, like, Luffy has his, breakdown because his brother just died.
R.I.P.
Jinbei is like, he yells at him. Yeah. But it's he goes in on Luffy, but it's exactly what Luffy needed to hear.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good point.
Right.
Great pick.
Now who's your vice president?
My vice president is Kabuto from Naruto.
Crazy work.
No, this one's not crazy, dude. We'll get there. I put Kabuto because Kabuto is a follower.
Mm-hmm.
So he would follow. And then, so any crazy shit that I would want to do, he would just be like, huzzah, let's do it. So that's why I picked Kabuto, and I also picked Kabuto because secretly he wants power. You know, he became that weird snake thing during the war, the fourth Ninja War,
Yeah.
and so I feel like when you're in the vice president, I don't want to say this is like first or in for every vice president we've ever had, but I'm sure, especially now, some vice presidents go in with the idea of like eventually wanting to become president. And I think Kabuto is sneaky and wants power. So he's going to listen as much as he has to so then he can take over. But he's not very smart about it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really work out for him.
It's kind of giving like Hamilton, Aaron Burr, I want to be in the room where it happens, you know, that type of stuff. Nerd Link to musicals. Crazy work. Is the next one Secretary of State? Or do we start? Okay. My Secretary of State, I picked Armin from Attack on Titan. You know, I think he wants what's best for majority of the people, and he'll do what he needs to do in order for the safety of our nation. And you can see that he did that in Attack on Titan. Mm-hmm. I don't know if like a lot of people agree with like what he did, but at that point that was what was best in his mind. So I'm gonna trust him with that. I'm gonna trust him with that. Yeah.
The Secretary of State is the head of the State Department, so foreign policy, all that kind of stuff. My Secretary of State. Sorry. My Secretary of State is Imu from One Piece.
Crazy.
Because in One Piece, you know, Imu is the head of the world government, but he's like a hidden figure. And you know, the world government in One Piece, it functions so well. And there definitely aren't inequalities. There's definitely not like power imbalances. Definitely not anyone like starving. Definitely no islands just being like bombed for no reason. And you know, the head of that is Imu as the like whatever from like the five elders. Above the five elders is Imu. So that's why I think Imu would be a great Secretary of State, because he obviously, or she, I genuinely don't know. They are doing such a great job in the world of One Piece that I think that we just really need that as a country, because you know we need to bomb innocent civilians more. You know, I think Imu will really do that.
Okay. My next one, Secretary of the Treasury. I picked this person. I picked Nami from One Piece. Is she money hungry? Yes. Does she like stealing money? Yes. But I think if she knew what her assignment was as the Secretary of the Treasury, she would do the work. Like, she would collect the money. She would, you know, make sure that we're doing okay. Maybe she would help with the debt because, you know, she herself was in debt. She was working hard. Was she kind of enslaved? Yes. But she was working hard to make that money.
Well, I think with Nami, too, you talk about, like, oh, she likes to steal money. But low-key...
the government steals money.
If you're trying to find the funds for something... And then also, Nami is a good person, so she would use those funds in a way that would benefit the public.
Yeah, I think she'd be a more ethical person.
Yes.
In this position of power. And try to advocate for ways to make the Treasury work better and more efficient in a way that it helps the people.
We have a really great Secretary of the Treasury right now. Well, she's the Secretary of the Treasury for like another week, but Janet Yellen, she's great. My Secretary of the Treasury, this person, I genuinely think they are a good person, and they have. Oh, I also do want to say my first like 4 picks are from Naruto and One Piece, but we diversify as we get further into just want to emphasize
Right.
that. I genuinely think they are a good person. However, they just have some gambling problems that need to be fixed. So, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily trust them personally with my money, but if I was the president, my Secretary of the Treasury would be Tsunade from Naruto. She's great with her money. She has aspirations and she puts bets on it because she believes in herself so hard and how she's going to get that money. It's not a problem.
She did gamble
And
a lot.
yes, I think she has the best intention, but just wouldn't. Well, that's me from like a Emily perspective. But if I'm thinking in this way, I think she'd be great.
Right. So for this next one, I have 2 people because I couldn't really decide on like who would be best. But the next one is Secretary of Defense. So I have either Saitama from One Punch Man, or I have Avatar Kyoshi from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And, you know, obviously One Punch Man, Saitama, he's able to defeat his enemy in like with one punch. And he's a good guy. So, and you know, he can fly. I'm 90% sure he can. So I feel like he'd be able to get, well, I don't know if he's able to fly like super fast, like how Superman can, just like kind of be like somewhere really quickly.
But would you want, because your Secretary of Defense isn't really going to go on the front lines. They're just going to run everything.
But mine would.
Okay.
Because he has the power to do so. But
What about the line of succession, guys?
But if we went with Avatar Kyoshi, she stands on business. She will kill if she has to. You know what I mean? She did that before. And she has like a following. Like a, well, I don't know if Avatar has a cult following, but like, you know, I feel like she'd be able to sway people to like help her.
Yeah.
In dire situations. So,
yeah, for sure.
I don't know who to pick, but I have those 2. But, you know, if I'm thinking about collectively, like, having to have the power and respect for people to follow you, it'd probably be Avatar Kyoshi. And it'd be badass to have a woman as Secretary of Defense. So,
have we ever had a female Secretary of Defense?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but I don't want to.
Because it's kind of giving, like, why would we put a woman in that position when she, like, would just have her period and, like, start World War III?
Well, yeah, no, we've never had a female. Oh, my God, they've all been, oh, my God.
White men.
And white men, except for Lloyd Austin. He's awesome. He's from Georgia. Who's a United States Army officer. He's the first black man to hold the position.
Word.
Anyway, my Secretary of Defense is someone who has a lot of power in terms of defense and who has controlled their defenses very, very well, as seen in the story, because they've never lost thus far. My Secretary of Defense is Blackbeard from One Piece. I mean, he's got 2 devil fruits. He has the respect, but the thing is, too, he doesn't even need to go out to the field because people are going to be too scared to mess with our military, because they're going to be like, man, they're... Oh, my God. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Kuro, I'm going to kill you. No, I'm not going to kill you. Don't, please. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. Anyway, who's gonna want to mess with our military if we have someone who can steal devil fruits that we don't even really know how he can steal them yet? I don't think. And defeated, kind of. I mean, it took a lot, but defeated Whitebeard. Who's gonna want to mess with our military? I wouldn't want to mess with our military if that was who was the head of the Defense Department. Also, he would be very pro, like, use military force, which I fear is what we're really looking for is, to use, the Defense Department gets the highest, but the highest percentage of the budget every year. In the U.S. budget, I want to say they get around 80 million. Nope,
that is lowballing. It's like $1 trillion something.
No, per the year.
Okay.
Yeah, I just looked at this the other day. The DoD budget. I will say they do. Okay, 895 billion. Never mind. I knew it was an 8 something, but
80 million. If only. If only, because then, like, where would that money be?
895 billion.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. And the second highest, I want to say, is health. And it's, like, more than half of.
If you're looking at a pie chart of the U.S. spending budget, I'm telling... Oh, it did a heart. I'm not hearting the U.S. spending budget. The pie chart, it's kind of almost half of the pie.
Okay, so... Anyway, generally, yes, the DoD has the biggest budget. I'm not shitting on the DoD, though, because they do actually do a lot of health initiatives. Do they need an $890-something billion budget? I fear they do not, but they do. All of these departments do good things, okay, guys? And, because of that, I think Blackbeard would be great.
Right. Speaking about Blackbeard, hate that guy.
Hate that guy.
Hate him for what he did. Next, we have Attorney General, AG. I picked this person. They don't have any, like, lawyer background, okay? But they can talk the talk, right? And they're well respected. And I just thought they would do really well here because I like this character. But maybe not the best bet. But I picked Uncle Iroh from...
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I hate these cats.
It's literally just Kuro, because he's obsessed. He saw the squirrel outside, so now he's obsessed with the squirrel.
I picked Uncle Iroh. Maybe he has some, like, lawyer background stuff, because, he kind of was the heir to the Fire Nation. Like, he was gonna be...
I'm here, sorry.
He was gonna be, that. So I feel like, you probably did studies in law and whatnot as an heir.
Yeah, he also is a war criminal.
He is a war criminal, but redeemed himself.
And he makes tea.
He makes tea. He invented tapioca, like, boba. Okay? Let him live. I think he would do good.
I personally think my Attorney General is, like, top tier pick. Because what is the Department of Defense, or not Department of Defense, the Department of Justice's, like, main goal? Want to have civil rights and civil liberties for all, keep one safe,
which Iroh was doing in the White Lotus.
Punish those who break laws.
There we go.
And who better to do that than Light from Death Note? Because...
Easy work.
Easy work. All he has to see is a face and a name, and he writes that name down, poof, be gone. Crime would go down significantly.
Because no one wants their name written.
If these criminals knew, and I'm talking like big crimes, not like blue, like white collar crimes, like, is that what it's called? White collar crimes? like petty crimes. I'm not talking like petty crimes. I'm talking like murder, bad crimes. Like these people wouldn't do it if they knew that we had access to a book where if all they have to see is their name and the face, they just write it down and then poof, be gone. And he can write how he wants you to die. So you could like have such a like gruesome, just awful death. And I don't think anyone wants to go out that way. So I just think having him is also like a second line of defense for us domestically. So yeah, Attorney General Lights from Death Note. I think that's a great pick.
Kind of sucks though that like the default is like heart attack, because I do not want to die from a heart attack
I do
at
not.
all.
You know,
that
a
would
lot
really
of
hurt.
women don't know when they're having heart attacks because a lot of the times, like minor ones, just feel like period cramps.
Yeah.
So I think about that all the time. I'm like, have I had a heart attack and I just didn't know? Because I have some heart issues. So I was like,
I feel like eventually you would know that it would be a heart attack, but
I don't
it
think
is
I've
true.
had a heart attack. But
That is true. Next, this is a great pick. Okay. We have Secretary of Agriculture. I have Thorfinn from Vinland Saga, from his season 2 agriculture arc. Was he a slave? Yes. But through his redemption arc, and it really sucks that he was a slave, but through his working there, he was able to learn and appreciate the land, okay? Which he used these skills to carry on with his endeavors in Vinland, which is America, okay? I think he respects and treats the earth well. He, from what I somewhat know of his interactions with Native people, they were pretty decent compared to what other white people have done here to Native people, which is really bad. He was like an adversary, you know, he's just a good guy. He works hard. And I think he would be able to help with agriculture. And he's just that guy.
say, girl. Girl's holding onto the mic. I thought he had something to say, but he didn't.
No.
Yeah, no, that's a great pick. However, why have a human be Secretary of Agriculture when you can have a plant?
I don't know, Emily. I don't know.
My pick is Hanami from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Have you ever considered that maybe that's a bad plant?
Isn't that the point?
Yes. That's your point.
So I think he would be great at, agriculture because he knows what it's like to, have to grow and raise plants.
He knows what it's
grow
like
and
to
raise
be.
his own. He knows what it's like. Have we ever considered the plant's feelings? Why are we being discriminatory against plants? Like,
I don't know,
please.
man.
So, yeah, Secretary of Agriculture, Hanami.
You might be like, why did you pick this person? They're literally so freaking lazy. But they're also hardworking in their own way, okay? For Secretary of Labor, I picked Shikamaru, or how some people like saying Shikamaru. However you want to call him, I picked him from Naruto. Is he lazy? Yes. Aren't we all, though? But he knows that he has a job to do. And I think...
Let's be real. Do any of us really want to go to work?
Exactly. And so... And, he seems very... Well, at the beginning. I don't know about, like, in Boruto, like, when it's older him and whatnot. But, like, in Naruto and in Shippuden, he seems very, like... maybe not very, but, like, anti-capitalism. So, like, I feel like he would understand people's, like, work issues and, like, workers' rights and whatnot. And especially, he's probably pro 4-day work week. Which, and he wants to be paid well, I would say, for his Naruto missions. Not Naruto missions, what the hell? Ninja missions and whatnot. So, yeah. Shikamaru.
I know I was just really mad at this cat, but he's being really cute right now.
For now.
He's like sleeping. Okay. My Secretary of Labor, this person, contrary to all of the others in my list except for maybe Tsunade, is also a great person. However, we're looking specifically at like season 1 and season 2. Kind of a really shitty boss. Which of course means he'd be a great Secretary of Labor. My Secretary of Labor is Reagan from Mob Psycho 100.
Love him.
I think, you know, he just really likes to divide labor between his employees. He wants to make sure that, you know, not one person is solely doing the job. You know, he really believes in that division, and like specialties and everything. And so, yeah, and he definitely pays his workers a fair wage.
He definitely does not exploit.
And he definitely doesn't overwork his employees.
And he does not believe in child labor.
So, I'm sorry, Misha's over here, and now I think he's like looking at the squirrel.
Weird.
Anyway, yeah, Secretary of Labor, Reagan. I think once we get to season 3, Reagan, that's like a little bit different. But we're going season 1, season 2, Reagan.
What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy. Okay, next we have Secretary of Health and Human Services. Now, one of these, I have 2, but they're like a duo. They have to be together. Okay.
Well, one can be the deputy.
One of them's not human. They're kind of human.
I have a plant running the Secretary of Agriculture, or becoming the Secretary of Agriculture.
I have Dr. Kuroha and Tony Chopper, okay? I think they would be the best health and human services duo. Because they, you know, Kuroha's like, Dr. Kuroha, respect on her title, she's like kind of really old. But she looks so good. So she obviously knows how to take care of her body. So I think she would be able to help other people. And also, she's lived so long that she just knows, like, lots of diseases and, like, how they work and how they've evolved and how, like, medicine has evolved. So I think she would be really good with future stuff.
Question.
Yes.
Isn't she an alcoholic?
Yeah, but look how good she looks. Maybe she's not alcoholic, but she enjoys her drinking, you know?
You know, girl, I get you.
I get her, because me too.
I am her. It was so funny. I was talking to Dana earlier, because we're going to go up to DC, and she was like, yeah, I want to take y'all out on a night on the town, because we were talking about how, like, you are so, like, hung up with going during St. Patrick's Day.
I think it would be fun.
And Dana's like, I don't understand why she's so hung up on it, because last time I took her out, she was like, when can we go home?
We were at like the 4th bar, and I'm telling you, I was drunk. And I was like, that's
the best time.
I know, but I'm saying we were not even in the district. We were in freaking wherever the Navy Yard is. And I'm telling you, we're in the Uber, foreign music's playing. I'm in the backseat. I'm like, the lights are passing. I'm like, I need to shut my eyes, or it's just gonna be a bad time.
Oh my god!
I'm so hungover.
You just can't hang.
Not anymore. Like, I need to drink like Gatorade or like liquid IV before we go. I have to do that every time I drink now. This is what happens when you turn 25. You can't hang anymore. Anyways, Tony Chopper. I think he's just that reindeer guy, okay? He's really a doctor. So, also he's so cute. Like, he's kind of like how people are obsessed with John Ossoff for being so hot. It would be like Tony Chopper in his position of power, but not him being hot, him being so freaking cute.
if you guys ever need a comedic relief, um, I highly recommend going to John Ossoff, our Amazing Senators, Instagram page at Ossoff, I think, or at John Ossoff. I don't his name.
Yeah.
If you look it up, I don't. He's verified. And
Read the comments.
read the comments. You're gonna laugh.
I'm like, I can't believe you posted that.
Some of these comments are wild.
I'm like, he's a married man. That's okay.
Like,
That's okay.
This shit's not rated PG. This shit is rated porn kind of level. Like, it's a good time to read.
Right.
Crazy work that is on the U.S. Senators thing. But we love John Ossoff. We know him. He's great.
Who'd you pick? Who's your great pick?
Mine is also another great person. I'm not a villain by any means. I picked Sakusa from Haikyuu. He's the germaphobe. Just picked him because he will take any health disaster so seriously. I couldn't pick someone. Anyway, he would take it so seriously. Or, see, it could go either way. He could take it so seriously and, like, actually, want to have responses to it. And, help people with access to healthcare,
Or he might totally isolate himself.
Deductibles. Or because he's a germaphobe, he might be big anti-vaxxer because he doesn't know what's going in his body. And, there's two sides of it. I don't know it because we don't really see him too much. But, yeah. I think having a germaphobe, it could swing both ways, but that's what put us like Secretary of Health.
Right. My Secretary of Transportation makes sense. I picked Frankie from One Piece. He literally fixes things that transport people. He knows how these things work. Okay?
He's a fixer-upper.
He was also a working man, so he in this industry, so he knows like how people should be treated and how things should run, literally and figuratively. Okay, so what we got? Boats, trains. I was gonna say I don't recall ever seeing a car in the show, but I think they're real in the One Piece universe based off of like the One Piece Gold movie, right?
I think I've seen I've definitely seen a car before.
If they got cars, he probably knows how to fix that, or will know how to fix that really soon. So
handyman.
Yeah, and he's probably pro like cross-continental public train transportation.
Also would probably be very on par with like renewable energy and like electric vehicles, unless they're Cybertrucks, because I think all Cybertrucks, I'm not going to say that because that feels very insensitive considering what happened, but I hate Cybertrucks. That's all you should know.
It's like a bad omen seeing them. I saw so many of them when I was sick, and I was like, this is a sign.
Dude, I literally have a group chat called Cybertruck Hate Space because they're just so ugly and like they just take up so much. Every time I see a damn Cybertruck on campus, it's taking up 2 parking spots. Why the hell are you taking up 2 parking spots? F-150s from Ford don't even take up 2 parking spots. So why do you? Is it because you an electric one? It's ugly. You can get another electric car.
Do you send the pictures I sent to your...
Oh, hell yeah, I did.
Okay, because I keep seeing colored ones. Like, people are wrapping their Cybertrucks.
The worst. I don't know. I am an avid Cybertruck hater. I'm pro-electric vehicles, pro-hybrid. I wish I had a hybrid. Wish I had an electric. I am so anti-Cybertrucks. Also, they have proved to be defective because some of them have been blowing up.
Right. Who'd you pick?
I picked Enmu from Demon Slayer.
Just
simply because, he did great things on a train. He's done some great things.
He's been on a train before, so therefore he knows what he's doing.
And again, he's done great things on a train. So,
like, kill people.
Yeah. Ooh. I have concepts of
a plan.
So,
Next, Secretary of Energy. This literally makes so much sense. I pick Senku Ishigami from Dr. Stone. This man literally is building back civilization from their
build
own.
back better.
Oh yeah, anyways, Senku, I picked him for Secretary of Energy. He literally has E equal MC square on his like coat. He is a mad scientist, but he knows what he's doing. Like he's really smart, and he's literally like helping the people that had somehow survived the green light thing that turned everyone to stone.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just that guy.
Speaking of mad scientists, I also have a mad scientist as my Secretary of Energy. I have Caesar the Clown from One Piece. He's done great things in energy. Obviously, we need to advance our renewable energy sources and how we are working our energy system because, you know, we would like to live on this planet for more years. And, you know, not Impel Down, Punk Hazard, half of it was on fire and half of it was snowed in. So I think he has really great control of climate. We don't have the head of the EPA here, but energy is a big part of the climate crisis because how we use renewables and fossil fuels and everything. So he had his climates under control, and yeah.
I think you know who would also do really well.
One of the cats just took the fattest shit in the litter box, and that's all I can smell now. And I'm like,
Dr. Vegapunk.
I mean, Caesar the Clown learned from Dr. Vegapunk.
Right.
But why get the head when you can get the student? Tap into young talent. I'm a big advocate for tapping into young talent.
We love education here. So, for Secretary of Education, I'm picking shocker, Nico Robin.
Can I say something before you explain that?
Yes.
Did you know that President Jimmy Carter, R.I.P.,
Good man.
great man, founded and established the Department of Education when he was president?
Which is crazy, because that was only in the 70s.
And he also did Department of Transportation, I want to say. Wait, hold on.
I don't think so.
No, he did too. We did this in trivia today at my internship. That's the only reason I know that. What department?
While you're looking that up, I'll explain why I picked Nico Robin. 1, very smart lady. 2, she's an archaeologist, and me as an anthropologist, just love her for that. I just think she really understands the importance of education and how people throughout history, or even now when they're trying to silence certain subjects because it doesn't follow with their agenda, and trying to keep things hidden and quiet and not let people learn what they need to learn or what they need to know about. She understands that because she's experienced that. So she's very pro education.
Yes.
And she's a nice lady.
Jimmy Carter, he founded the Department of Energy and the Department of Education.
There you go. And he did something with craft beer.
What?
Something about that at the funeral. I was like, what? I was like,
anyway,
oh, weird.
Great man. So, yeah, my Secretary of Education is someone who's great with kids. And I think, you know, education isn't just, it's a lot. You know, we're not just talking about K through 12. We're talking about, like, you know, higher education and everything, too. But a big part of one's education and the fundamentals are embedded into us when we are children. So we have to have a teacher He's not a teacher, but we just have someone who is really great with kids and just really wants the best for them and wants to tap into their potential, you know? So I think Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter would be a great Secretary of Education. He's really going to tap into that young talent and definitely not in like a creepy, perverted way. He's going to tap into it so he can really push them to their greatest potential. We were at the anime hot takes panel, and someone, I don't know what encouraged them to go up to the stage and say this. Because this was the craziest hot take anyone said, and everyone was like, what the are you talking about? Someone went up there and with their full chest said Hisoka was not a pervert. Or a pedophile, I'm sorry. Pedophile. Two in the same stone. Yeah, they like full chest throttle into the mic said that, and everyone was like,
everyone went, huh?
And I was like, I think that says more about you. It says about. I think we should look into that, guys.
That is crazy work.
That's no, my last two are my last three are actually like insane. My next one is my personal favorite. So
wait, last one I have is Secretary of Homeland Security. So it was,
I added CIA.
Right.
Well, because you wanted to add it.
Yeah, and then I was like, I totally forgot about that. Who did I pick?
I don't remember. Well, think about it while I'm talking about mine.
Next, we have Secretary of Homeland Security. This is the second to last pick. I picked Kakashi from Naruto. What a man. What a man, what a mighty king.
What a man, what a man. Miss you, IOI.
Why did I pick him? Well, one, he obviously has been protecting his homeland
since he was a child.
That's a good start. He's very big on the security of the Hidden Leaf, so I think he'd do really well with security of the United States. He knows what it's like to be in a position of power because he was the Hokage, and they're really kind of like security or Secretary of Homeland Security, because that shit gets blown up, destroyed all the time, and he's like, not on my watch.
And he stopped the moon from crashing into the Hidden Leaf.
Talk about Homeland Security.
That was in the last Naruto movie. For those who didn't watch the last Naruto movie, it is peak.
And you know, he's really big on keeping like outside evils and people that should not be in the Hidden Village, the Hidden Leaf Village. He's like he knows.
Also, I feel like he would be like the kind of secretary who wants to keep people, want to do poor things, like bad things in this country. Like he would keep them out, but would let people come in who, want to have a better life, have great intentions. Wouldn't try to kick everyone out.
Right, exactly.
Would try to help people. So I think he'd be a great Secretary of Homeland Security. But I think an even better Secretary of Homeland Security is someone who committed genocide for his homeland. Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. Let's look at what he did for his homeland, okay? He summoned all the Titans, all of them, controlled them, turned some people into them, and trampled over everyone, all in the name of his homeland and for his friends and family and loved ones. So
he even killed his mom.
He even killed his mom. So
crazy.
That is someone, we know the extents extent in which he would protect his homeland. So that's why I think he'd be a great Secretary of Homeland Security for the United States.
Right. I think that's wow. Cool.
It's so bad.
That is a very Trump pick, I feel.
Yeah, like I feel like he would literally pick someone who like committed mass genocide, but they would just be like, "Oh, it's because he did it for our country." And I'm like, "That's still genocide, guys. That's still bad."
This is making me think about that video, like anime Trump compilation thing that Elon Musk had posted, like after they won the election.
He posted an anime compilation.
Yeah, it just made me think about. You didn't see that?
No, I could have gone my whole life without knowing that, and I would have been happier for it.
I wonder if it's still up. I wonder if I could.
I don't want to see it. It reminds me of when. Actually, speaking of Attack on Titan,
it had his speech. It had what's his face's speech in it.
Who's
the blonde commander dude? What's his name?
Oh my god.
The death speech, whatever.
Yeah.
Ride.
Erwin? Yeah. No, but speaking of, this is like Republicans are like weirdly obsessed with Attack on Titan. Because a couple years ago, I want to say it was like 2020, a Republican congressman made an ad like using Attack on Titan, and everyone was like, did you know what that story's about, guys? Like, so I think he took it down because people were like, what the hell? But
I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. Republicans are like weirdly obsessed with Attack on Titan. I think it's a great series, but I don't think they are getting the lessons from Attack on Titan that are meant to be. I don't want to see it. Like I really I don't want to see it.
You know how he had the black MAGA hat? There's like an edit of the video. He put it on Aaron. You haven't seen I'm sending it to you.
I don't want to.
No, it's Emily. It's funny now. It's funny.
I don't think it is funny, guys.
There's like Demon Slayer. He has Tanjiro wearing the MAGA hat. There's Fate Stay Night in here.
Did you send it to me on Twitter?
Yeah, there's Berserk. You know, for us shitting on Elon, we're still using Twitter. But I did see a thing where, obviously TikTok's not gonna be bought by Elon Musk because they said hell no. They're like, we don't speak on fake news. That's what TikTok said. Because Bloomberg Media had reported that like they're thinking about selling it to Elon. And obviously not. But someone was like, just go ahead and ban the app. It's like
yeah. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the if I'm gonna watch this video, I'm gonna watch it like when I'm on camera with you because oh my god.
Guys, please. Maybe search this up.
I gotta unblock Elon Musk real quick.
I was wondering if you had blocked him.
I do have Elon Musk. Okay. Oh my god. Hold on.
It's so bad. It's like why did you do that? While she's watching that, if you want to just go to your private tab, private browser, because you don't want them to know that you're looking up the stuff. Just look up like Elon Musk anime MAGA edit video, and it should be like on his Twitter if you haven't blocked him yet. When the election happened, not funny. Watching it now, while we're doing this video, it's kind of funny. Because then you think about these characters, and you're like, they would so not stand for, like, what you're doing. Like, I don't think even Aaron would stand for, like, this, like, what they're all about. So, yeah. And it's 2 minutes long, and it is 2 minutes long. It's like 2 minutes and 9 seconds of Elon Musk and Trump MAGA anime edit that he posted. That shit is whack. Yeah. You weren't getting this on TikTok when it was posted? My poor, beautiful anime used in this disgusting way by a horrible man supporting an
I'm
even more horrible person.
I'm gonna be so real with you.
Ah,
I didn't hear anything you were saying because I had the video playing. Like quite literally any word you just said within the last 2.5 minutes, I did not hear.
that's okay. I was talking to the people.
But
I was talking to my friends.
okay.
It's crazy, right?
I like actually like cry.
I can't believe they used that on like my poor anime people. I was saying, I was like, most of the people in that, I think maybe all the anime that they use in that edit, I was like, they would not stand for what they're for. I was like, I don't even think Aaron would support you. Like, but yeah, it's crazy. Did you say who you picked for your Secretary of Homeland?
Aaron Yeager.
Oh yeah. That's why we brought that up.
I'm
CIA.
sorry. Can I just say real quick about that video? I low key, actually high key, I might have to rewatch that a couple times. I want to do a breakdown analysis of that because some of the specific scenes they used to.
Yeah. Like what?
And this wasn't an anime part, but they had like a fucking statue of this man and everyone like swooping to him.
Of Elon or of Trump?
Trump.
Okay, yeah. Crazy work.
So,
some people have,
that's just,
this goes into the whole like question of like, should there be free will? In this case, no. I can't believe they had the free will to make that edit.
I'm just like, literally, that ruined my day. That's just like,
it's crazy, right?
I need a minute. This is why I didn't want to watch it. The freaking CIA director. I can't.
I think last time, I forgot to write this down, but I think last time I was like thinking about it hard, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Itachi. Listen.
Bro, that can't be worse than mine.
This is kind of like a Trump pick, if we think about it. If we think about it in the way of, like, he did what he did to his village. Like, to his clan. And, like, all the other people he killed. But in terms of stealth and security and, like, spy mission assassin stuff, like crazy shit that the CIA does, hypothetically, I feel like he knows what he's doing and that he would be able to like take charge of that and like his underlings, because like, with his Anbu background and his Akatsuki background, I think he would do a good job. Sometimes we have to put these people in power for the better of everyone. Who's your CIA pick?
My CIA director. This is a great pick. If he wasn't evil, I actually think he'd be a great CIA director. But you know what? He's evil and he's some eye candy as well. And we gotta have some eye candy within. How are you gonna be in like? I don't know. I don't want to be in a meeting and everyone I'm looking at has no eye candy. So my CIA director is Aizen.
Love that guy.
He built a whole revolution from within, and no one knew. No one had. He got all the way to like captain position within the Soul like society, Soul Reaper organization. Like, how at the same time while he's running like an underground just like takeover.
Mm.
That's crazy work. And like if he can do that, I trust him with the CIA. You know, the thing is like if he was real and he did that, but like for the good of the people, then he'd be like, that's a great CIA director. I wouldn't trust him morally to run the CIA, but I think he could run the like actual like things.
Like the bad stuff that needs to happen in order for
Yeah.
our reality to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just a unfortunate thing about human nature.
Yeah. We talked a lot about that in my class yesterday.
That's some crazy work. Your cabinet's crazy. I
I
think
know.
mine's kind of good. What would you guys pick for your cabinet? Because
Like-
it was kind of hard thinking, like on my end, trying to think about people that I knew about, like characters that I knew about that I could pick that would be good for these spots. Knowing like minimal knowledge of what these cabinets do.
I thought, you know, unfortunately, I have, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I have like knowledge about each of these departments because I've studied these departments. And so I know like the basic functions. And everyone that I picked, I thought was great. In a terrible way, but great.
Sure. Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't stop thinking about that video. Like that, literally, I'm being sent into a crisis right now. Like if you can't tell, I'm actually
You gotta watch it with other people.
I'm like actually being sent into a crisis right now. Like
Yeah,
this
but that
man's
was like
about to
weeks
be-
ago.
Yeah, but this man is about to be. It's not the video that's. I mean, the videos set me into the crisis. The crisis is the fact that in literally less than a week, this man is going to be president again.
Oh no, yeah, I was like sitting at my table and like the other day and something popped up. I think it was just like a video on like maybe a commercial or something like on the TV, and I was just like, or maybe it was a TikTok. I don't know. It was some type of media that I was watching, and then I was like, oh my god.
Literally.
I can't believe we have to go through 4 years of this. And it sucks now because this time, like, we're adults. So, like, we were able to vote for this election. Last time, couldn't help it.
No, we did vote last election, guys.
No, I mean, like, last time when he became president.
Okay. I was like, girl, we
voted against him. And obviously,
Yeah.
like, we did again, but, like, it didn't work in my favor this time. That's what I mean. So it's like...
My favorite part post-election was, and we talked about this yesterday in my class, was the fact that so many people voted for him because of his economic plan or concepts of a plan. And then not like one of the top search things on Google right after it is what's a tariff?
Yeah.
No, we pay for tariffs. I blame our unequal education system, which, by the way, they're trying to get rid of the Department of Education. So, you know, it's working out great for us.
It's going downhill from here. Good luck, everybody.
This is going to be a rough 4 years.
Yeah, but we're going to buy Greenland, and we're going to buy Canada, and like, we're going to have, like, we're going to add, like, 3 new states. It's going to be great.
Yeah, not DC, though.
Hell no. No, they're not gonna make anything states, because then that gives more power against them. Because obviously, you would know, DC would not vote.
That's why they're not a state.
That is why they're not a state.
In like simple political terms, that's why they're not a state, because that would be also. I feel like they wouldn't even have that many electoral votes.
No, but why give it to them anyways?
No, I know. I mean, I know why they're not giving it to them. I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking about it, like, how many electoral votes they even, like, have. Also, the Electoral College is just so... It was literally created because when slaves were freed, they did not want to count former slaves, enslaved people, as a whole person. They wanted to count them as 3/4. Or is it 1/4? I think it's 3/4.
Oh.
Anyway, they didn't want to count them as a whole person, and that's why the Electoral College was created. So that's my thoughts on that.
Is it 3/4?
So 3/4, right? 3/5. Anyway, they don't want to count former enslaved individuals as people. So, as a whole person, at least. They're just concepts of a person, I guess. That's why we still have the Electoral College.
That's why sometimes, even if you win the popular vote.
But it wouldn't have mattered this way because he still won the popular vote. How 70-something odd million Americans voted for a multi-time convicted felon, I will never understand. But
here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Anyway.
So it wouldn't have mattered even if we didn't have the Electoral College because we're just insane.
Anyways, yeah.
God, now I'm depressed. I was having such a good...
Oh, great.
See?
Let us know what you think. Welcome to the new year, guys. Plans that we have? Don't know yet. Literally trying to figure out my life because starting off this new year, I've been sick this whole time. So I've just really been focusing on getting better because that freaking sucked. So I honestly feel like I've not really started my new year or like what I'm doing.
Yeah. I mean, truly though, we're talking a lot about, you know, what's happening in the U.S. and everything like domestically, but we're still here. We are going to continue to be here. We're going to post more content this year, which I'm excited about. I have some things planned. I have a book club, manga book club, that we're going to be starting sometime within the next month. And yes, I say, you know, not trying to be a doomer about things that are happening domestically, because truly and genuinely the only way to stop it is to resist. That's what so many people did in the past. That's how we've gotten so many things done, is individuals resisting and, you know, people banding together and working together. And I know, like, both of us getting more involved. Like, I'm trying to not only do my part in my job working, because, you know, I do public policy, so I do a lot of government things, like advocate for things that would help people, but outside of like just my professional career, I trying to like submit public comments to representatives, to like your state legislatures, your council, like everything. Like, it's not all over, and we can get through it and we can come out better. Is it going to take a toll on our country? Is it going to suck for 4 years? Yes. But we can get through it, and change starts at home, and we can't just give in to defeat because we lost the election and say, okay, it's all lost because a horrible person is going back into office. Humans are incredible species and can persevere. So we gotta go.
And that's why it's important to have your friends during these times. And that's like why we're here and why we're doing this type of content. Because at the end of the day, we want people to have something to watch or, you know, talk to fellow nerds and just like hang out and have, you know, these fun times. So you could do that by following us on our other socials like Instagram, and we have a Discord. I don't know how long TikTok's gonna be here, but we have one for now. We'll see how the ban goes. We'll know by the 19th, I believe, of this month, so we shall see. It's kind of funny though that everyone's like, or that the government was worried about like China having our data, and then like everyone went to a Chinese version like of TikTok, Red Note.
Yeah.
I went over too because it's so funny.
Oh, you did? Should I download it, guys?
Dude, you can have a pet. It's crazy. Yeah, no, I'm on Red Note.
Dude, the things, the data China is stealing from me are simp edits for.
It says, I'm from America. Thank you for letting us use this app. What the fuck? You know, Americans, I need you to calm down. There's Luigi edits. I'm really shocked.
This is crazy behavior, guys.
The people, I like the comments where the Chinese people are in American comments. They're like, "Give me your data. I'm Chinese spy. Give me your data." It's like these funny cat emoji things. Like,
oh my god,
they're calling us TikTok refugees, which is kind of funny.
I mean, yeah.
But they're like, you have to pay us up. You have to pay a tax. Send a picture of your cat or your dog. Anyways, yeah, follow us there. We're here. We're there. We'll be updating. Just follow us on our other socials and you'll see when we're back with podcast episodes. But obviously, you'll see that if you subscribe and hit that notification bell.
We're almost at 500 subscribers, guys. I'm so happy. That's crazy. We've been doing this. This is our 3rd year of the podcast. And that's crazy. And I really want to grow more this year. And yeah.
Yeah. Not sorry for yapping, but this was kind of a longer video. But it's been a while since we've been here and done a video. So thank you for staying.
Yeah. I really need to pee. Okay. I've been thinking of this for a while.
You go do that. I'm going to go make dinner.
Girl.
Yes. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.